Hi, how are you? How are you all doing? Welcome to DM Tower Sessions. We are Alec Hallway. Thank you so much to DM Tower Sessions for having us on. And I just also want to thank the people in the chat right now, Maya, Adrian, David. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Listen, there's a Cash App on the screen. We really appreciate it if you donated. And also if you shared this live stream with your friends. It would help us all a lot. I just want to say thank you to everybody in the studio today. We got our parents and we also got AJ.
Celebrating his 11th birthday. Happy birthday.
AJ's 11 now. Heck yeah. All right.
It's the motherfucking Eagle.
All right now. So we are going to get started. sore throat.
Bring that shit in!
Thank you.
So thank you guys all for watching. We're like halfway done. Shout out to the Towersessions once again. Thank you all so much for watching. Papaya. My boy Casey from One Shot One Nation. It's right.
I would like to say something. So, a few months ago, we dropped an EP on all platforms, and we have 2 songs on it that are almost at 1K streams. So I would like to ask a favor from everybody on the stream right now. Tonight, when you're done watching us, go and just listen to that stream. Go listen, rack up some streams. I don't know what I'm saying. Just go stream our EP, Dancy. We have some bangers on there. We played a couple songs off of it already. So we're very excited to show you what's in store for 2025 because we have a lot of music cooking up.
Yes, sir.
Very much so.
Yeah. And if you want any further updates, follow us on Instagram at Alec Hallway. That's ALECHALLWAY. So yeah, give that a follow so you won't miss a thing.
Alright. Yeah, I know. I'm just reading the chat, Mom. Shout out my mom, my one-man PR team. Alright. So, I actually recently discussed this on one of our Instagram stories at Alec Hallway. Somebody asked us a pretty interesting question. Where do we get inspirations for what we want to write about? And I pretty much explained we write about anything from personal experiences to things other people endured or tragedies, historical events, such as this next song. We wrote the song about 9/11. The song is called Falling Man. That was a song called Falling Man. There's plenty more where that came from, but first we're gonna strip it down a bit.
Shout out to DM Towersessions for having us. If you're watching this live stream, please share it with everybody that you know. Show everybody who DM Towersessions is, what their mission is, and who we are, and what we have to say. Thank y'all for watching. Shout out those in the chat. Make sure to hit up the Cash App. You will be doing the world an amazing favor by doing that. Shout out to our families once again. Thank you all. Thank you all for watching. We're Alec Hallway. So, right before we get into it, this is my little brother Caesar on lead vocals and guitar. This is our best friend Rain on the drums. And my name is Vince. I am the backup vocalist and the fucking kazoo player.
Little fun fact, we actually all go to the same university.
Shout out CBU.
Shout out CBU.
Rain, would you like to say a few words or no?
I don't think this is very Baptist of us, but you know what? It's fine because we do what we love. And I think that's a life lesson that everybody should internalize. Just do what you love, and your life will be bountiful.
Amen.
And abundant.
CBU, shout out Riverside.
Shout out CBU. And shout out God.
Cabot. Shout out Cabot.
Shout out Anthony. Shout out Lauren. Shout out Atlanta. Shout out everybody. And yeah. Do you want to say anything? All right. Perfect.
He's good.
Good. So this is another one off of our EP called Dancy, which you should totally stream, by the way. And if you don't, you may not have a leg tomorrow. I'm totally kidding, but my mom might hit you or something. And nobody wants that. This is a slow one, a slow, soft one, and I play the ukulele on it.
And I'm gonna lower my volume on that one as well.
We're gonna Beatles it. Sure. For sure. Awesome. You ready? Song's called Epilogue.
As cold as stones, it goes against my face, and I can't buy to make things right, but it's a waste of time when I say ooh. Fall against your wall and so your tapestry. If I leave, just say you'll be okay, because you will be when I say ooh. you now. I don't need you now. Don't need you now. Told me, go away, you're crazy. Tell me what you want, please. Take this break, take this heart, take this pain away, take this heart. Take this break, take this heart, take this pain away, take away life. Thank you. Amen. Perfectly in tune, and also, I hope you don't mind like the slight guitar noises. We're a very DIY band, and we just do. Honestly, it's a pretty bad habit. We should go to work, and get some in-ear monitors. This is one that we haven't played in a while. We're bringing back a lot of older songs. Just the blessing of an abundance. So this is a very personal song that I haven't sang in a while. I haven't sang it since, until we decided to practice it. The song's called Wednesday.
Thank you guys so much. That song is called Celery. It's the second track off of the EP. This live version sounds different than what's on the EP, but this is a killer song and I love it. And AJ sings on it. Shout out AJ. He's a freaking beast when it comes to vocals. He is now learning guitar, so that's awesome.
Woohoo!
So we have, I think, two more. We have two more.
Two more will get out of your hair.
Yep. Shout out DM Tower Sessions for having us. Shout out the sound effects, by the way. Those are funny. Shout out our families. Follow us on Instagram at Alec Hallway. Shout out Zuzu Indian.
Zuzu!
So much. Thank you so much. Thank you to all who's watching in the chat. Make sure to run out that Cash App. You're going to help a really important cause.
Yes, sir. And we have 15 viewers. That's incredible. Thank you so much. Yeah, we'll get out of your hair in a second. But first, I want to shout out a bunch of bands that we've played with over the past couple of years. We've been a band. I want to shout out Nocturnal, Lost Not Found, Recluser, Seaman, Shoutwater Blackout. I want to shout out Snail Trails. He's the homie. And then I also want to shout out. Who else do we want to shout out?
One Shot, One Kill. Shout out Light Via Dark. Shout out Mr. Gray.
Mr. Gray.
Shout out Stronger Than the Machine. Shout out Snot. If you saw the announcement.
Congratulations,
really cool.
Andy.
Shout out Andy.
And there's plenty of others that helped us grow as a band. Like Far From Away. Those guys are the homies. We miss you guys.
Yeah, dude. Shout out Far From Away. We miss you guys, man.
All right. So I have some good news and I have some bad news.
Start with the bad news.
I lost the string, but
Oh, dear.
it's okay. You want to know why? It was a very unimportant string. So you know what? We're going to go on the way we were supposed to. And you know what? This is just what happens. So, are y'all ready to take this thing down?
We got two more, so if you're at home moshing or even freaking two-stepping, just keep that energy up. We out here wearing your walls, quite literally.
My best redeeming quality is that I am incredibly optimistic and I do not have any sense of realism or pessimism in my body.
Halfway to Neptune is in the chat. Let's go!
Shout out Halfway. Shout out Halfway. Shout out Halfway. Shout out Adriana. Do you have a few words? Do you want to say something? Rain has spoken his piece. So this next song is like our pop. It's our most like pop punky song.
Yes, sir. It is. It sure is that. All right. This song we also haven't played in a while, but you could probably catch us playing these songs in February. We have a lot of shows in February. Starting on February 1st, we're playing in San Bernardino at the Half Pipe with Snail Trails and Jamais. So please come and see us because it's going to be a super cool show.
We're literally playing on a half pipe, you guys. This is so awesome. We're playing on a half pipe. That's so cool. Watch Thank you so much for sticking with us. We are Alec Hallway. Shout out DM Towersessions for this amazing live stream. And shout out all of you for checking us out. Donate to that Cash App. You're donating to a very important cause. And make sure you circulate this video all around because this is an incredible studio. We had an incredible experience. So you know what? Thank you so much for everything. And yeah, stream our EP. It's on all platforms. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, you name it, it's there. Shout out to our family once again. Shout out AJ for putting on an incredible performance. And congratulations on living 11 years. That's so cool.
Shout out the Towersessions once again for having us on. Shout out everybody in the chat. Thank you guys so much for watching. We love you all. This last song is called Vampire, which is also the closer of our EP. And this is shout out to the IE, the Inland Empire. Shout out to our home. Shout out to our motherfucking stomping grounds. Thank you guys.
Fontana, baby! Woo! Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. We have been Alec Hallway. Shout out to DM Towersessions for having us. Shout out to our family. Shout out to IE. Shout out everybody. We love you so very much. And yeah, follow the Instagram. Oh, by the way, February 15th we have a house show in Montana called Punk Poison. First one of the year, and it's gonna be lit. So pull up.
Yes, sir. We got Recluser, Seaman, Exposed Nerves, and Woes performing with us at Punk Poison. I'm so sorry, Woes. No hate. There's so much going in my head right now. Like I don't know whether to be overstimulated or like dead at this point. Shout out Woes. Shout out Woes. Yeah. Please stream Grimace Too Tired for the Cat today, because that is a beautiful, beautiful song. And Recluser is coming out with a new record. Yeah! And Seaman has pretty much record of all time. Yeah! Exposed Nerves also has record of all time. Yeah! And our EP is cool, I guess. Thank you all so much for joining us. We are Alec Hallway. Thank you, DM Towersessions.